Hi my cheetahs, I hope you guys are doing so well. I have my fan on in the back. It is like on the lowest one, hopefully you can't hear, and I do have the TV on, hopefully you can't hear that either. But anywho, as you can see by the title of the video, I am officially 1 week post-op. I had my surgery on July 18, 2016, which was last Monday. Today is July 25th, 2016, making it 1 whole week. I do have a follow-up appointment tomorrow with my doctor. My first post-op appointment. I was gonna make that. I was gonna make my video tomorrow, but today's officially 1 week, so I'm just gonna get into it. So a little backstory. Okay, so I started off at my highest weight was 284 point something, and that kind of fluctuated before surgery. That's a whole different story, whole different video, but anywho. But my day of surgery weight was 274.6. So technically from my highest weight to the day of surgery, I lost 10 pounds. I was supposed to lose 14. Like I said, that's a different story. If you want me to make another video, I will. But anywho, 274.6, and today, I weighed myself today, I am 262.6. So the way I'm gonna do my stats, I'm not gonna take it from my highest weight. I feel like my highest weight from the time of my surgery, that time doesn't really matter to me like that. I would not like to include that in my stats. All my stats are going to be from my day of surgery, which was 274.6. So with that being said, 262.6 is 12 pounds. If you want to do all the math, add the 10 on there, obviously that's 22 pounds down thus far. So I do have a weight tracker that I made. I got all the way up until 9 months on my little poster board. I'll try to insert it somewhere in here if I can, or maybe the video will split, I don't know. But yeah, it's my weight tracker, and I started from my day of surgery, and it goes all the way up into 9 months, which is, I believe, April, 40 weeks or something like that. So that's how I keep track of my weight. I also have a measurement one, but I do that monthly. I don't do measurements all the time, so I will be weighing myself weekly. Okay, so stats out of the way. Day of surgery was, I was excited, I was nervous. I've never had children, I've never had surgery, so I've never been, the only thing I've gotten was like an upper endoscopy, and they don't even use anesthesia, they just kind of like put you to sleep. But that's the most that I've ever gotten. So surgery day, I do have a little compilation up, you can go check it out if you would like to, of just what went on. It doesn't go up until I was, you know, back in the anesthesia room. So I'll start from there. Took me back to the anesthesia room. They went over everything. They hooked me up to all these IVs. In my office, they ask you 3 times, probably more than 3 times, your name and what you're getting done, because doing the wrong procedure on the wrong person is an issue. So I was okay with that, but they're going over that. They ask you over and over again, allergies, blah, 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 all that. So we went over that, took some more blood while I was back there. They gave me general anesthesia. So they explained to me, first we're gonna give you this cocktail. It's called a cocktail, and it's kind of just gonna make you like, you know, and it worked so quickly. Like, they put it in, I was instantly like, whoa. So I remember being, so I'm on this cocktail, I remember being rolled into the OR room, and then I don't think they lifted me up, or maybe they transferred me, I can't really remember, but they kind of lay you back and stretch out your arms, so you're kind of like a T. And I remember them putting my one arm on the thingy-majig and then my other arm there, and that's the most that I can tell you. Couple hours later, I went in about 8:30-ish. That's what it said I was supposed to, and it was around that time, 8:30-ish. I went in. Then, oh, so that's the last thing I remember. Woke up. I can't even. Okay. First of all, my eyes were just like all over the place, but I later found out that they apparently put Vaseline over your eyes. I'm supposing that's to keep them closed. I don't know, but it was a whole lot and it was disgusting. But it's like really blurry. Obviously you're laying down, it's really blurry. I can't put into words the amount of pain that I felt. It was so excruciating. It just made me rethink every little bad thing like I've done in life, like why I didn't push the cart back when it was like 2 feet away, why I stole the grape out of the grapes that I wasn't gonna buy, why I like stuck the gum under the freaking desk when I knew I wasn't supposed to, why I like smacked somebody in school, why did I get this done? Like it literally, I was like, what did I just get myself into? Disclaimer though, I did have to get I had a hernia, hiatal hernia, I believe it is. I also got that done, so I can only speak for myself. I guess with the hernia and the procedure, it was the most excruciating thing. I'm like, so I'm laying there and I'm starting to wake up and I'm like, oh Jesus, like oh my God, like oh my God. And I'm like, I guess my voice is like, you know, like I'm like, help me. Like help me, Jesus, please help me. And the lady, I guess, I don't know who's in the recovery, I guess they're nurses, doctors, whatever. She's like, you're out of surgery, that's why you're in pain, you're waking up, you're out of surgery, that's why, like yelling at me. And I'm like, okay, I'm like in freaking pain, I don't care about all that. But she was like legit yelling at me. That really ticked me off. But I'm like, Jesus, please God help me, like I'm just begging, like oh my goodness, somebody help me. So I had an IV in my like hand here, and I remember 3 times it has to be either they put something in there and it kind of just makes you drift back off, but I can feel when they put it in there 3 times, I can feel it going through. It kind of burned a little bit. I can feel it going through like my hand. It was strange, but they put it in 3 times and then they were like, okay, she's done. So I guess 3 is the magic number. After you have 3 of those things, you go up to your room. So I got rolled up to my room, and I don't even think I recorded the first day, but I just was really thankful that I was alive. They had me on morphine and also Tylenol. And obviously the first day I just slept a whole lot. The second day they had IV, so I was using the bathroom more the second day. And they were taking and they came in to take vitals like every 4 hours, even if you were like knocked out in the middle of the night, just to make sure you're okay. My monitor would beep if my blood pressure or my pulse went below 50. Sometimes that went off, but you know, it just went right back up. Yeah. So that was my like surgery day. Like I I don't know if I'm the only one. I can't speak for paying for anybody else, but I just don't. It literally will make you rethink why you're doing this to yourself. It was traumatic. And then I also don't know, this is a side note, but I also don't know how people go through that so much, like all that pain, and just don't put in 100% effort, or I don't know, whatever. But anywho, so that's stats in my surgery day. Thus far through this week, what I'm having an issue with deciphering is gas and dumping. I don't believe I've experienced dumping yet, but gas, another thing. I can't even describe it, but it'll feel like it's coming, like a belch or something will be coming, but it'll get stuck right in your breastbone and not move. And I still get those. That is the most excruciating, annoying thing, because you want to like get it out, and it hurts. Like, it just hurts. It sticks there. So I think that on top of me getting the hernia and the surgery and the gas, I was just like, give me all the morphine in the world. But I know my first day home, I went home right after, not right after, but I stayed overnight, and then the next day I was out of there. They tell you to walk. The reason you have gas, if I didn't explain that, when you're in surgery, they blow up your stomach. And I was watching someone do it, and they really blow. It's almost like they don't push it back down or something. Like, they blow up your stomach a lot. And the way you have gas is almost like they just leave it in there. But they tell you to walk around, which I did. I was walking around the first day on the first day when I got surgery. I was walking around, because I didn't want to get blood clots either. So they have you hooked up to the blood clot machine thing also, around your legs. It like compresses. It's like, they're called compression stockings, and they go one leg, like it squeezes it. And also they gave me 3 shots. I'll figure out the name. Voids, something for blood thinners. Three of them in my thigh, and they burn like crazy, y'all. I'm used to getting blood work done. That's it. All this stuff was way too much for me, like extremely too much. But yeah, so I was scared to get like blood clots, so I was up the first day. But they also tell you to walk to get rid of the gas, and I'm still having a little bit of gas, and you're also gonna feel that gas too when you're eating something, like obviously for the first time after it. It's gonna, you can feel it like moving around, and it's gotten better, like so much better. And if it hadn't, I was gonna tell my doctor about it tomorrow, but it's gotten like 80% better. I still want to do like you know, kind of like get it out type of thing. But that's gotten better. And then dumping, I'm not sure if I've experienced that yet. I think I've felt when I've had too much, and it's like sitting there. I think I felt that, but I haven't actually thrown up. I haven't gotten any nausea, or anything like that. It took me 5 days to poop. I had the surgery on Monday. My first poop was Friday, and it was very small. And I had tea, so I don't know if that triggered it also. I think today was my first next poop. So Friday I pooped, and then today, Monday, I pooped again. So it's definitely not, you know, frequent. And what else in this week? Now it's kind of getting better, but if you watch my compilation of my like first 5 days, I was very like winded when I talked. I was just like, I don't know. And you guys know I talk a lot, so I'm like, oh my god. It's like I couldn't like catch my breath. Like I couldn't like, I couldn't like do it. So that happened for the week. Obviously that's gotten better. I don't feel as, you know, tired as talking. So I have this little meal plan that they gave me, and I try to follow it as much as possible. They really want you eating every hour. I can say that I don't eat every hour. Some days I am disgusted by food. I don't know why. I don't know if it's due to me being like on this pureed or whatever, or the liquid is very limited or whatever. And there's just not much. There's just like, I know I have to eat it, but sometimes I'm just like, ew, disgusting. Like I feel sick. But these first couples, like the liquid and the pure, it's like, oh my god, I guess because you're just so limited, and it's just like you can't eat much, and then what you eat is really not that great. But I'm getting through it. I find some really good stuff sometimes. But anyway, so they have a sample plan here that has like every hour they want you to get a certain amount of protein. Excuse me. They want you to get a certain amount of protein and certain amount of liquids, which is including the protein. So I do try to get as many liquids as I can. They also advise me that protein sometimes can give you gas, and I think I've noticed that. So now I have to look for either a lactose protein, or get unflavored and just cook it into my meals. But I'm not eating meals right now, so right now I am really struggling with getting protein. I try to eat, I mean, and there's not really liquid stuff or pureed stuff that have a lot of protein in it. I tried to put protein in a drink. It just was not. God, it was disgusting. I'm gonna have to just really find some lactose protein for me, and I think that's what my issue is. I think that's why, like, I've always had an issue with like lactose intolerant, and it's gonna be probably on 1,000 now. But I love lactose. Like, I love me some lactose. I don't know, it's strange, but that saddens me, because I like protein shakes. Like, maybe I'll just get protein. Anyways, I'm talking to myself. Anyways, yeah, so I'm really struggling with the protein now, but I'll figure out a way to get it in. I think I just thought of something, but I still am. They gave me a whole bag of these, so I'm drinking out of these little cups here. I had eggs in this one, that's why it looks crazy. They gave me a whole bag of these. I'm drinking out of these little 2 tablespoon cups, and that's how I like, I put my food in all this. I do have 2-ounce containers that I got from Walmart that I can also use, but I have those, so I really don't mind using those. They want you to get 4 ounces of something every hour. That will mean 4 of these, 2 tablespoons, and then if I was using the 2 ounces, obviously 2 of those, and those are obviously a little bit bigger. I can also tell you right now, I'm not getting 4 ounces every hour. Vitamins, I do take those, multivitamins, calcium. You are allowed to have sugar-free popsicles. This is also something that I've learned within this week. You are allowed to have sugar-free popsicles. So I bought Nestle box, tropical, sugar-free, and then I bought Outshine brand, sugar-free. I don't know what like flavor it was. And I had one of those, I want to say 3 or 4 days out. 4 days, because it was a Thursday. Out post-op, and they were the most sugary thing I've ever put in my mouth. It was, and I've never had a problem with sugar ever in my life, obviously. Those were, it was like, I had to make sure that they were sugar free. They were extremely sugary. And I was really upset by that. But the Outshine ones were not. They didn't affect me that much. I love the Outshine ones. I would probably recommend those ones. Those were like good to me. Like those were really just good. And I think the Outshine ones have 1 gram of sugar, so they say on the package, even though it's supposed to be sugar free, and 2 grams of like sugar alcohols, but it's not. The Nestle ones, literally, I feel like I was going into a diabetic shock. With that being said, my vitamins are the same way. They are so, I've never said this about vitamins, even when I was taking the gummy ones. They are so sugary. I can barely get them down. And especially the calcium ones, they're so thick and powdered, and I have to take 2 of those, the calcium ones. I'm gonna have to rethink this and maybe get some Flintstones or something, because I can barely get them down, like barely get them down. But yeah, so food I was discussing with you guys. You really do become creative in what you eat, and it's been tough, but I'm getting through it because I want this. But I really, oh God, I can't wait until I can have a piece of chicken. You guys have no idea. If I have chicken, salad, and that's probably it for the rest of my life, I'll be okay. Like, I will be a-okay. But so far so good. From day 1 to now, it's definitely gotten 100% better. Okay, 80% better. Like I said, I'm going to see my first post-op appointment is tomorrow. I'm also going to schedule me another psych evaluation appointment. Not psych evaluation, a psych appointment. I really like my psychologist that I saw before this, and you know, I think the best advice he told me is don't do this alone, and I do want to sit down and speak with him. So I'll be making that appointment probably soon. I am out of work. I think about 3 weeks he said it would be for. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I got everything mentioned for you guys that I wanted to talk about. But if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any comments, any tips or tricks for someone else, if you want to tell me your story, if you want to tell me about your pain, let me know, please. Like, tell me if I'm just like, I am a little over dramatic, but I do want to hear about your stories, your, like, what you ate for the clear food, the full liquid, the pureed, all that. List them below, or tell me below. You don't have to list them, but you know, tell me below in the comments. If you have any more, like, if you want to know about something, or you want me to make a video about a particular something, put it in the comments below. And I believe that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, my cheetahs. Bye.